not a racial killing. So why are the adults coming in playing the race game? The worst thing y'all could do is play the race game in this redneck county, nigga. That black judge, they already working to get her out of there. She will not be a judge in Collin County anymore. And if you from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you know them people don't play out there, nigga. They from out of town. These are outsiders. They will make an example out of that black kid. And black people will get him hung playing the race card.
Alright, before I continue on with this clip, just in case no one knows who this guy is, this is Charleston White. And this video that I'm playing for you now, it can be found on X. But he's been having some very strong words lately, and especially pertaining to this whole situation between Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. And I gotta say, I agree. I totally agree. He doesn't mince words. And of course a lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is, right? But here, I'm gonna let him continue.
How dumb can you be? This is the time we supposed to say, let's come together. Why can't we all get along? This is that time so we can have his life spurred. They go hang that boy. He deserved to go to prison. If you take a life, you ain't supposed to be able to walk away with no consequences. It's consequences to your actions, right or wrong. Even if you justified to take a life, your life wasn't in danger. Carmelo was wrong, dead wrong. In the witness accounts of what he said, he grabbed the book bag. Let me tell black people how dumb y'all is. Don't you know they got a police report with the evidence of a knife and not a cleat sharpener? There's no such thing as a cleat sharpener. They have evidence, a police report where they confiscated a knife. How dumb can y'all be? And black people, y'all don't have no compassion for a parent who have to bury their child. Y'all haven't extended no level of empathy for another dead kid.
And I'm gonna touch on that as well. We saw Austin's father. He went to the what was it, the not the town hall, what is that thing, press conference, whatever, with the parents last week, and how they treated that man was deplorable. And I've not once seen them show any ounce of remorse for that man. They are up there. You think that if you were an alien that crashed on this planet and you were just going about and you found this out, you thought it was them that were the victims. And it's, of course, it's not even close. Treated that man, in the beginning, he forgave their son and came out, and that is hard to do. You lost your child, and then without hesitation forgave the murderer and made a valid point when you said that both lives were ruined forever that day. Both families were ruined forever that day. But not an ounce of remorse.
Black people, I hate that this kid will be sacrificed. But he's not from real, so I don't give a fuck about it. Fuck him. His daddy is a weak nigga to me. Nigga, y'all out here in this $900,000 house rent. These people say y'all got 4 or 5 registered failed businesses, and man, they finna make a mockery out of y'all. But your daddy, nigga, the daddy ain't got nothing to say, and his boy dead. You let the bitch do, nigga, you weak, nigga. That's why the boy weak. You weak, that's why the boy weak. And the mama weak, cause nigga, she doing all this goddamn talking, but he left out of your house with a knife. With a knife. Stay at home, mom. And nobody cares about your daughter can't sleep because y'all getting death threats. Your son killed somebody. That boy brother can't sleep from holding his brother dying. You think y'all are not the victims. Carmelo Anthony, you and your renting family, y'all are not homeowners in a town full of homeowners. Y'all are renters. You're not even from here. And you done brought people that's not from here to cause trouble and try to divide us from our good blacks. You're gonna pay, Anthony family. They're gonna hang. Your boy's gonna suffer. See, right now, y'all don't know. The dad's a convicted felon. This kid is gonna pay as he should. Because they got all these dumbass black people playing a race card in a racist town.
So, I should have warned about all of the profanity and the use of the N-word. But that's Charleston White. He's raw. He's uncut. He's unapologetic, right? So, but I have to agree about his stance on the parents, the Anthony family. That was the first thing I thought too when they were at the press conference. And the father was just standing there and let the wife do all the talking. Now, the only other man in this case who's spoken, is what's that man's name? The one that's out there, he's speaking on their behalf. Which, oh my gosh, he is doing such a horrible job. That I don't even know, like, why did they feel like that man is going to help their case at all? As far as the father being a convicted felon, I'm not up on that. I have no idea. This is the first I've heard about it. But the company that the family is keeping, to me, is a huge, huge, huge red flag. So, for those of you who don't know, hold on, I'm gonna show you. But before I pull up that clip, I'm just gonna play you a little bit of the mother. And this was the press conference last week. They're saying that they're being threatened, afraid for their lives and stuff like that. My thing is also this now. I've not seen, and I don't know of anyone else who has yet to see any proof of people actually standing outside of their homes in a threatening manner. Anytime someone comes up and says that they've been threatened, that they've that they fear for their lives, I never see proof of it. No weird text messages, no creepy phone calls, none of that stuff. But here, just listen to the mother, right? And again, Charleston White already hit on it, but you should see, if you have the same understanding, you'll see what he's talking about with this clip. Just watch.
Is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture.
Now hold on, I wasn't expecting this in this clip, but this is Dominic Alexander. He's the one who's doing most of the public speaking for the family, on behalf of the family. This guy right here is gonna walk. He has he's inviting a lawsuit. He's inviting a lawsuit. I'm not necessarily saying against the family themselves, but against him and his organization, because the left and the black community, they are so hard up to try to defend Carmelo that they are making ridiculous what's the word? They're just ridiculously trying to draw parallels between what he did and some what was it, Daniel Penny. And it's like, no, that is definitely not the same. Definitely not the same at all. They get the facts all sorts of wrong. And then, of course, Kyle Rittenhouse. Completely, like, just, I mean, oh my, it's like worse than a Hollywood movie remaking a your favorite book. All the facts wrong. You mean defamation to the extreme. But here, I'm going to let you hear him speak.
Picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah. She's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I asked, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had.
See, messing up.
Daniel Penna.
Who Penna?
And all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was, he should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back.
You hear how botched up that is, right? If you did an ounce of fact checking yourself, everything that he just said is completely wrong. Wrong. And how do you not know how to pronounce Penny? It's Daniel Penny, not Penne. What the heck is Penne? But this is who they have hired. And now you see the mom and dad in the background. Like it was their son who was lost. This is the same again. This is the same press conference that Metcalf's father attended. And they didn't want him there. It was a public setting. Anybody could show up. Anyone could show up. He showed up, not causing a scene, not cutting up, not threatening anyone. He just stood there, and the sheer presence of that man shook them. Because why? They don't want anything to they want the spotlight on them. There's another video out there, and I can't find it at the moment. But he was on what's that man's show? Let me hold on. Let me see if I can find him for you. I'm sorry, I got off. Well, I started one way and then ended up in another. But back to what I was saying about and I'm gonna try to again find that other video. But again, like back to the company that the Anthony family keeps. The activist, this Dominic Alexander, who they have as their spokesperson, you know, just out literally, this dude is walking them into a lawsuit. But this is who they have on their behalf. Now they claim this type of stuff I would want as far away from my family as possible, especially if I'm trying to deem myself the better person, you know, trying to prove myself innocent. But just a brief, this is from the Western Journal. Dominic Alexander, a self-styled minister and activist, has been a vocal supporter of Carmelo Anthony, the teen charged with the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. But Alexander's past reveals a deeply troubling history that undermines his credibility. So this is a picture of him celebrating the home of the returning of Carmelo Anthony. This is when he made bail from, you know, $1 million bail dropped to $250,000, right? And the dude is home. Now, I don't know about you, side note here, but every picture that I see of Carmelo looks like he's just trying not to smile. Like he wants to smile, but he doesn't he's trying not to. You know how you try to hide a smirk like it's something that's just too funny and you try to tighten it up. Every photo I see of this kid looks like that to me. I can't shake it. It just that's what it looks like. So Alexander clearly frames himself as some sort of champion of justice. Just look at his use of us in the above post, but his record tells a different story. So when you dig into, Alexander's past, and this is the stuff that this is the type of things that you subject yourself to when you start to go out into stuff about your past is going to be exposed because people are trying to figure out who the heck you are and if you're even worth trusting. But in 2009, he was arrested for causing serious bodily injury to a 2-year-old child, the son of his then girlfriend, while babysitting. The child suffered a subdural hemorrhage and retinal hemorrhages in both eyes, consistent with abusive head trauma, not the fall off the couch. So he claimed that the kid fell off the couch. And that was deemed a lie because ain't no way. There ain't no way. Yeah, so the doctors didn't agree when Alexander tried to explain that that's why the kid was severely beaten. So despite that, Alexander faced minimum consequences. He was charged with first-degree felony, but managed to avoid serious punishment through plea deals and probation. His criminal behavior didn't stop there. In 2016, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for violating probation multiple times. He ultimately served 8 days because the judge ruled that his probation should count towards the prison sentence. Zoo has not been held responsible for any of his crimes. In 2017, he was indicted on felony theft charges related to a 2016 business dispute in Denton County. The charges were enhanced because of a previous conviction for forgery. So this dude he's criminal. Criminal. So again, the company you keep. This dude and this called himself a reverend is disgusting. Disgusting. And a lot of you black folk are over here. Just because they black don't mean you got to stand up for them. It really doesn't. And the other video that I'm not able to find right now, he basically claims that he doesn't quote in this interview that he's in, the video that I can't find. He doesn't try to say that Carmelo was innocent. He's just saying, hey, we got to defend him because he's black. That's literally what he said. It's because he's black. Not because we believe he's innocent. But because we share the skin, the same melanin color. But you know what? Let them do all of the talking. Let the family and their spokesperson, let them continue to talk. Because all it's going to do is continue to expose who they truly are. Who they surround themselves with speaks volumes. This guy has a dirty background. I haven't heard anything about the parents yet other than what Charleston White had stated about the family's, failed businesses, and supposedly the dad has a criminal background too. But anyway, to me that just that tells you a lot. That told me, how is it that the wife she's okay with speaking but the father wasn't, and then there was another father in the midst of them again who lost his son, and that man couldn't speak to him father to father? That's some weak stuff. You beta man. You did not have the strength or the courage to go and speak to that father. During the press conference, they did not speak about Metcalf. Nothing about Austin or his father. It was all about me, us. Nothing about the victim. Eyes on us, not them. Don't worry about them because they white. We got to defend our son. Why you got to defend your son? Your son was the one who did it. Blame your son for the stuff that's going on. Because he had the decision right then and there before he pulled that knife out on whether or not he wanted to continue living his life free or be locked up. And he took the chance to be locked up. And that's dumb. And I blame the parents for that too. The weak household, it speaks volumes. 100%. He's a result of how you parented. Why didn't you teach your son to just walk away? Why are you doubling down on his actions? Both would be alive today and on to a brighter future. But that's not the case. And Carmelo, it is a weak case of self-defense. Because in the state of Texas, it wasn't equal how he reacted to Austin. He escalated it. And then they got they said there's video out there. Of course, it's not dropped yet. They said it's going to be shown in court. But we'll see when the evidence comes out. We'll see what actually happened. Probably won't see everything, of course, because probably not everything was recorded at that time. And then y'all stop listening to these people who are out here claiming that they were there. There are some wild stories out there, and you all are just so caught up in wanting to save Carmelo from his own demise that he put himself in, that y'all are just running with anything and everything without even reading the full story. There's an article out there about a Carmelo Anthony supposedly saving a white woman from drowning in a pool. You actually go back and look at it. It's a different Carmelo Anthony, different spelling. And the white lady is the one who rescued him from drowning. Because they don't read the article. They read the title, it catches their attention, and then they assume what they want. Because they are so pressed for him to be innocent, for it to be justified. And it's not. They are going to find out. And Kyle Rittenhouse, I hope he does. I hope he does sue Dominic Alexander for defamation. How the heck are you gonna get out there and butcher the story that bad? And y'all over there slopping it up, eating it up, seconds. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I mean, I didn't really want to do another video on it because there are a lot of other things going on, but this is one that keeps developing more and more. Oh yeah, and apparently Carmelo's been moved, his location. They've moved his location because of death threats. So yeah. But hey, you know what? Thanks for stopping in. Again, please comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, receive a notification whenever I drop a new video. I hope you all enjoyed your Resurrection Sunday. John 3:16. Don't forget it. It's the truth. There's only one God. There's only one true living God. All the other ones are still gone. But he rose on the third day. So, hey, stay prayed up. Keep God first in your life. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.